Alrighty, here we are. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. Start to step up and step out. Nice slow motion, big shoulder rolls. Get those elbows into it and those arms. And then let's swing those arms and make it a little step touch with a little dip in the middle. And pick up the pace a little. In a moment, we'll take 2 steps to our right in 4, 3, 2, right. Keep it going. Adding a little hamstring if you want on the end. Stay here, hamstrings only, with that bicep curl. Bring those knees in front. Press those arms up. Point those toes. Hold the arms up. Pull your abs in. Pull down. Up and over. In a moment, we'll stay on the right and double time in 4, 3, double time. Beautiful step touch. In a moment, we'll do those 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, here you go. Adding that hamstring curl. Stay here, hamstrings. Palms are facing here, and we press back for tricep extension. Good. Keep those arms pushing up and down. Knees come up. Turn that into up and over. And we'll stay on the left and double time it in 4, 3, 2. Four more. Good. Step touch. This time we're going to push those arms forward and press those toes forward. And then keep those arms out front, toe touch. Squeeze it back. Good. 4, 3, 2, arms to the side, or excuse me, legs to the side. And you're going to just turn your body a little bit. Arms are going to go the opposite way. 4, 3, last 2, last one. Leave those arms, or excuse me, those legs nice and wide. We're coming down. We're walking it forward with wide legs, wide arms. Push-up position. Arms and legs are wide, so kind of an easier push-up. Let's do it. Spider-Man push-ups. Head in line with your spine, abs drawn in. Two more. Beautiful. Tip it back. Bend those knees. Keep your right hand at center. Open that left arm up. Bring that down, switch it out. Beautiful. Hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, drop that right shoulder in, look up over your left. Come on back through center, other way. Good. Bring it back down again. This time we're going to keep the legs wide, but we're going to bring our hands right underneath us for those tricep push-ups or Pilates push-ups. Elbows come backwards, graze your ribs. Doesn't matter how far down you go. And tip it back. Left hand stays at center. Open up, right arm. Bring that down, right arm to center. Open the left. Bring that down, walk it back to your bent knees. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Drop your right shoulder in. Look over your left. Come on back through center, other way. Good, let's move with that. Legs and arms. Bring it on up, roll those shoulders back. Beautiful, big, deep breath in. Exhale, let's just sit down in our plie. Pull your abs in, lift up those heels so you're on your tippy toes. Sit a little deeper in your plie if you can. Find out how far can you go, really feel those quads. And then I want you to press your legs open, open, open. Try not to let them cave in, but just keep thinking open, open, open. Pull the back abs in, keep the tailbone tucked under even as you press out. Good. Heels down, lift the heels. Stay down in this little squatty position. So your quads should be working this whole time. Now adding that little calf work on. Hopefully you're starting to shake a little bit here. Good. Stay down. Lift those heels again. Give me a small pulse down, pulse down, pulse down. Tiny movement. We're staying down the whole time. If this is too much, you can bring those heels down at any time. Last two, last one. All right. Press the legs open, or excuse me, the legs apart again. Up, down, open, up, down, open. So put those two moves together. Good, stay down again. Again, you're up on those toes if you want. If that's gotten to be too much, heels can be down. Tuck your hips under, tuck, tuck, tuck. Again, small movement, staying nice and low. All right, listen up. Now tuck, come up a little bit, sit down, tuck up, tuck up, tuck up, tuck up. Small movement. I hope your quads are burning and shaking by now. Mine are getting there. Last two, last one, stay down. What? We are, yes, putting all three together. So you're gonna tuck, you're gonna come up, you're gonna come down, open, tuck, up, open, tuck, up, open, tuck, up. Don't forget the open, that's a little bit of a little extra bonus thing in there. Open, tuck, up, open, tuck, up, open, tuck, up, open, tuck, up. Oh my, open, tuck, up. 4, 25, 22, 22. We were stuck on the twos yesterday in class. 2 and 1, bring it up. Woo! Shake that out. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna cross the left leg over the right. We're gonna send that hip over to the left. Left arm up and over. And then we're gonna bring that down. Cross the right leg over the left. Up and over. Good. Bring that back to center. Round out that upper body. Hands behind your head. Open that chest. Let those ribs lift up for a moment. Get a little spinal extension here. And shake that all out. Okay. Let's grab that chair. Let's grab that ball, please. Hang on 1 second. What are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. She's looking at her reflection in the picture. Not sure what that's about. Little vein baby. All right. Okay, so we're going to put that ball behind our right leg. Our left knee is going to have a nice bend in it. Abs are in, and we're going to pitch into that, flat back position, not tucked and rounded. So be as far away from your chair as you need to get a nice flat back. We're going to start with just that hamstring squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Heel is nice and high. Beautiful. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now press the heel to the sky. Press the heel to the sky. Press and press. Good. Push that heel up and press. And press. 2 more like that. Good. Now we're going to press up and we're going to squeeze hamstring curl. Press up and squeeze. Press up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Spine is long. Abs are in to protect it. Beautiful. Woo, come up. You may have felt that in both hips. Cross the right over the left. Stick that tailbone out. Ooh, roll it under. Stick it out again. Come on up. Let's take the other leg across. So left over right. Then the knee, tailbone lengthens. Roll it under. Stick it out. And bring it up. All right. Ball. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch. Let's give that right leg a little bit of a break. So ball behind the left leg. Right knee is bent. Flat back position as best you can. And we start with just flexing that hamstring. So heel towards your booty. Beautiful. Hold that squeeze. And now we press that heel to the sky. Press that heel to the sky. Push and hold. Push and hold. And now we put those together. So we push up, squeeze in, up and squeeze, up and squeeze, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Almost there. Oh, stand that up. Take that left leg across. Drop into it, tailbone long. Roll it under. Stick it out again. And bring it up. Let's do the same with the right again. The tailbone out. Roll it under. And stick it out again. All right. Ball is coming back behind that right leg again. We're going to stand on that left foot. Abs are in. Tailbone is long. So we're standing up nice and tall. But you want to make sure that right knee is in. Actually, you know what? We are going to do this for just a second. We're going to keep that leg holding on to that ball. And we're going to lean forward. But see how I am in a zigzag? I don't want you to do that. I want you to hinge forward as if you're in a plank. And be far enough away that you're on a nice angle. So you feel a little bit of work here. I want you to lift your knee. Lift your knee. So you're going to use your abs to do that. Make sure you're not tailbone out nor rounded, right? And then you're going to add on, pull up on your toes when your knee comes up. As if you are getting ready to shoot up in the air like a little lightning bolt or something. It's actually a little bit of a stability exercise, both working the hips and the ankle, calf muscles. Two more. Last one, stay up on those toes, knees high, and I want you to pulse it up, 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 up. Bring that down. Let's switch it out. The ball behind that left leg, knees bent, And again, you're on an angle from your ankles, right? Line everything up. Start with just that knee lift. Feel those abs working as that knee comes closer. Tailbone is tucked under, head is in line with your spine. When you're ready, add that lift in your heel. So up on those tippy toes, you're angling forward as if you're going to go woo up there. Beautiful, 2 more. Stay up on your tippy toes, knee is close, and you're gonna pulse. And relax that down. Woo. Okay, now we're going back to that ball behind the right leg one more time, and we're going to go to that standing position that I was gonna do a moment ago. Make sure that the right knee is slightly behind the left, right? So I should be able to see your back leg, well, or your left leg on camera. Flex, bring that heel really close to your booty. Hamstring curl. Actually, let's squeeze those knees together. Again, keeping that left one slightly ahead. When we squeeze those knees together, then we have to work those hamstring muscles, the medial ones, the ones that are close to each other on the inside of the thigh. And you might feel those. Last one, leave that squeeze, flare that leg to the side. Try not to tip to the left and down. Lift. Keep that going for me. Good. This time I want you to leave that leg up there. Make sure your left knee is bent. Give me a hamstring curl way up here. Beautiful. Turn your toes out, knee in, dive down, rotate open, come up. So you're making sort of a figure 8. We're belly dancing. See how high up you can get that knee, getting into that hip rotation. Almost there. And relax. All right. Let's bend that left knee, extend that right leg straight, send your tailbone back. So you're getting a hamstring stretch. Roll your toes down, make sure your back is nice and flat. Roll those toes back up, place them down again. Good. And then lift it on up. All right, let's do that on the other side. So we bend that left knee, bend that right knee. Left leg is holding the ball. Booty is under, not sticking out behind us. Right knee is slightly ahead of the left. Knees are squeezed together as we hamstring curl. To get those skinny little semimembranosus and tendinosus muscles. Beautiful. Hold that squeeze, keep that leg behind, and we're flaring to the left. We're trying to do that without tipping too far to the right. Keep that right knee nice and strong and bent. Almost there. Good, leave that leg up. Hamstring curl with that heel way up in the air. All right, here comes that figure 8. Knee dives in, rotates up, out, and down. Down and in, up, out, and down. As you go up and over, think about lifting that hip up and over as if you're climbing over a fence or something. Dog gate, baby gate. That doesn't mean much to almost anyone here. Last few. And last one, sorry, baby. All right, leg is out, right knee is bent. Spine is long, toes are down. Roll those toes up, sit into it. And then toes go back down. All right, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna do another little bit of tricep work here. You won't need your ball for this. All right, you get to find your level. I'm not gonna disturb the beast here. So another set of tricep push-ups on whatever angle you can find. No, that would disturb you too much. I'll go over to a chair. I'm counting, sort of. You guys are on 682. Remember, elbows are coming backwards, grazing your ribs. You're moving as a unit. Beautiful. And relax, shake that out. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. All right. Let's grab that ball one more time. We're going to use that ball for balance. That chair for balance. Ball is between your thighs. Walk those feet into parallel. Maybe they're touching, maybe not. And again, we're up on those tippy toes. Knees are going to come forward as you come down. And you're going to try and pop that ball so that you're squeezing that ball so hard you're engaging those quads so there's no pressure on those knees. And then back up. So we bend, we squeeze, and come up. Bend, squeeze, and up. We're up on those tippy toes the whole time. Maybe you could go to fingertips so you're not putting too much pressure on your hands. So as you lift up, that work is coming from your quads. And you're just playing with where you can go, right? Some of you will be able to go much lower than I, but you're trying to keep that tailbone long, even though that means the knees come forward, and that's fine. Almost there. Good, go to your most challenging position. How far down can you sit? Squeeze the ball, pulsing in, squeeze, squeeze. Again, just as in earlier, when we open the thighs, try not to open the thighs, or, we didn't try to let the legs cave in. So now we're just trying to squeeze in without opening too far. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze, 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 and relax. All right, we're going to step back a little bit with the right leg. Tuck that right hip under you and drop into a stretch here by bending that right knee, letting it drop below you, right arm up, stretch it back, maybe angle to the left a little, and then come on back through center. Left leg steps back, up on those tippy toes, bend that left knee, so you're in a straight line, knee to hip, left arm up, maybe a little over to the right if you like. Beautiful. And bring that up. Okay, we're going to head down to the ground. I'm just going to turn this music off for now. All right, and bring your ball with you, of course, please. All right, so as you lie down, let me see if I can do this without disturbing the chair. All right, as you come down, you're going to put that ball right underneath your feet, and your feet are in that bridge, or your legs are in that bridge position. Your knees are going to want to gap open if you have a small ball, so you got to be really conscientious to zip those up. Let's tuck and tip the hips once or twice until you find a nice neutral spine. Ribs pulled down and in. Nod your head yes, press into the ball and lift your hips. And then let's be a little bit higher in those hips and yet still keep the ribs pulled down. If this is enough, stay there. You want a little extra challenge, hover your hands, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees. Adding on, squeeze the knees, lift the hips, squeeze the knees, lift the hips, squeeze and lift. If it's better to have your hands down that you're maybe even feeling it more, then do that, please. Squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift. Hamstring and booty should feel this. Last two, last one. Gently bring that down. Let's bring that ball behind the right hamstring for a quick break. Hug it in, pull it in. And then same thing behind the left leg. Hug it in, pull it in. Beautiful. All right. Moving on. If that was as far as you want to go back to both feet on the ball. If you want the next challenge, left foot is on the ball only. All right, so hands are going to be down on the ground. Lift those hips up, bridge. And maybe you just hover here with your hands, right? You can feel that little extra work in your left. You could, if you wanted to, roll the ball in and out. Or if you're ready for the next challenge, you're going to bring that right leg up in the air and we're going to lift and lift and lift. Almost there. And bring that down, roll the ball over so it's underneath your right foot. And then again, let's take a moment, center that ball under the right foot. Option one, you really lift into your bridge and you hover your hands, maybe roll the ball in and out. Or if you're ready, instead lift that left leg up, point the toes, and then lift the hips. Head nods yes. And gently bring that down. Ooh, that should have topped off our booty and our hamstrings a little bit. And now we are rolling over onto our side and we're taking the ball over our head. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can see that. All right, so my hand is on the ball. I'm lying in a fairly straight line. I've got a little hinge at my hips because this is a bit of a balance issue. Press into the ball, lift your elbow, lift your head, lift your shoulder. There you are. So it's sort of like a sideways Superman. Lift your top leg, see how that is for you. Can you lift your bottom leg? Hold here. Option to roll up and down, right? Starting to work those obliques. Legs in the air if you can. If that doesn't work for you, you can put your legs down and do this with your legs down. On this last one, hold it up, press into that ball, and relax down. Bend that top leg for a moment. Give yourself a little low back stretch, and then we're doing the other side. So you're gonna lie down. Long straight line in your body. Ball is underneath your hand. Maybe a little hinge at the hips as those legs come forward. And then we press into the ball to lift ourselves up and see if you can lift your legs up. And you can stay there or you can roll that ball in and out. If this bothers your shoulder, bring that arm out in front a little bit and do it here. Both ends of the body coming up. And stay up, hold, hold, hold. And bring that down. Again, bend that top knee, take a little quick break. And then we're coming back over onto our spine. And this time we're going to put that ball in between our shoulder blades. You guys know I love this negative to neutral exercise. So feet are on the ground. 3 fingertips on each hand support the head, but the head is nodded yes, right? So the chin's not up, it's tucked down. And we're going to keep the chin where it is. It's not going to lift and lower as the head does. See if you can open your elbows so much that you can almost touch the ground, or maybe you can touch the ground if you have a smaller ball. Keep the head nodded yes, and allow the head to go up over the ball. Ribs are going to pop towards the ceiling. So on the exhale, you pull those ribs into the ball to lift your head just to neutral, right? So I'm not looking way up here. So we inhale up and over, and we exhale, close the ribs. Inhale up and over, exhale, close the ribs. And I'm also not pulling on that neck and head. I'm keeping my fingers apart from each other, not interlaced. I'm pressing down on the ball every time I come up. If I want a little more resistance, I could crisscross my arms behind my head, and that'll actually give my head a little more support, but it create a little more weight over my head at the same time. And if I like that, and I want even more of that, I'm going to keep my biceps cradling my head, but I'm just going to extend my arms long. And lastly, if you wanted to, you could lift a knee up at a time when your head, neck, and shoulders come up, but don't forget about the up and over part. A few more here. Nice, and then bring that ball out from under you, hug it behind your knees for just a second. Curl those legs in. And we're going to roll over onto our side to a seated position. Everyone's favorites coming up. We're going to sit on top of that ball. Left knee is bent and right knee is extended. And I have a V, right? And I'm sitting up really tall on that ball, and you can use your fingertips to help you keep this. That right leg is long and rotated open. So the seam of your pants faces the ceiling, your ankle faces the ceiling, and we're not right in front of us, we're off to an angle. Abs in, grow tall through your spine, lift that leg off the ground. If it will, flex and point, oh, keep going, flex and point, good. 2 and 1, point the toes, lift 1 inch, and lift again. And 3 and 2 and 1, flex the heel and lift. And lift. Good. Point the toe again, bend it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, flex the heel and push, 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 and push. Roll off that ball. Bring that leg you just worked, the right leg, so that the knee is a little behind the hip. Roll that hip forward, tuck, and then bring that arm up and over behind you and back down. Pull the rib and the hip together, and then we'll press up and come back. Seated position on the ball again. Right knee is bent, left leg is off to the side. And again, we want to sit tall on the ball. We want to rotate that leg so the inner thigh faces the ceiling, big toe faces the ceiling. Deep breath in, and we're going to lift that leg up and point and flex. Keep it going. Good, point it, lift, lift, flex it, lift. Point the toe and reach, bend and reach, 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 flex and press, press, press and press. Ooh. Roll it down onto that right elbow, bring that left leg behind you, try and get the knee farther back than the hip. Roll the hip forward, tuck the hips under. Arm comes up and over, open. Bring it back and tuck. Very nice. Okay. And now let's just go to just some ab work. So we're going to stack our legs tabletop. Bring the ball to the right thigh. You're going to press your hands against the ball. And as always, when we create this resistance, my leg is pushing forward, my hands are pushing away, but there's no movement, except for the ball flattening out. So you should feel your triceps a little bit and your abs a lot of it. Left leg up in the air. Option to keep your head down and reach those left toes, or lift your head as you reach those left toes. Holding that right leg where it is, and then inhale everything back to center. We're going to extend that right leg up as we press against the left leg, reach through those right toes, pressing against that left thigh. Inhale to switch, exhale to reach. Inhale to switch, exhale, reach. Inhale, switch, exhale, reach. Keep that going. Keep it going. Squishing that ball so you get that extra resistance. And relax. Hug those knees in. Bring that ball between those knees. Give it a tug and stack those legs tabletop. Flatten your ribs. Pull your abs in. Back of the neck is long. Exhale. Staple the belly button to the spine. And on the inhale, toe touch exercise. At the bottom, pause. Squeeze the ball. Flex your heels as you come up. So you inhale. Move the knees away from your body. At the bottom, flex your heels, squeeze the ball, and come up slowly. So keep that going for me. A few more here. Bring it back. We're going to do another variation of toe touch on this unstable environment. So lift your hips up and put that ball underneath your tailbone. So you don't want to put it way up here under your low back. It's down under your sacrum and your tailbone, so hanging out where your glutes might or might not hang out. And then find tabletop, but tabletop won't be out here, it'll be in here. So the angle is still 90 degrees, right? But my hips are lifted. Arms out to the side. And maybe this is good enough, and you might do single leg, toe touch, or maybe you could hover your hands, and again, try that single leg, or you can do heel flex, or you can do both legs, and you choose what works out best. If it's better to maybe have a fingertip on the ground to give yourself a little bit of awareness, that's fine. You decide what's working best for you today. If you're doing single leg, give me 4 more, please. If you're doing single leg, give me 2 more. If you're doing double leg, give me 4 more, if that makes sense. And then you come back to center. Let's put that ball down on the ankles. Take a little rock side to side. Widen your elbows, lift your forehead towards your knees, and we're going to roll like a ball with that ball right out in front of us. Exhaling to create that roundness. Inhaling to pause at the top. And then next time you come up, go ahead and stay at the top. We're going to sit up on that ball again. Legs are going to be wide. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. Grab hold of your hamstrings and give me a hinge forward. Doesn't have to be far, just make sure you didn't round, right? You stay in extension, and then you can start playing with, reaching for your toes or straightening out your legs, or keep your hands down so you've got good balance. Figure out what you want to do for a little forward fold here, but again, not a collapse in that upper body. Nice, and then we'll sit up nice and tall, and we're going to roll forward just enough that that ball is now wedged underneath your tailbone, right? So that now when I lean back in my roll down position, I actually have some support, right? So you play with where you need that to be, move it if you need to, so you're not here. You've got that beautiful support, arms out into T's, and we're going to twist and lift the opposite arm. So you twist in one direction, back arm lifts. Twist the other way, back arm lifts. Maybe this is in honor of the queen, that she feels better. You can give me a little queen wave. And then center. Curl into that ball, get some roundness in your spine, and then lift up nice and tall. All right. Okay. So we're going to do some side planking with the ball underneath our ankles if possible. If that doesn't work for you, I'll give you another option. But if you want to try the balance, right? Bottom leg goes on first. Make sure you have some space for that top foot, and then come up in that side plank. And if that doesn't work for you, being in that balanced position, come into your side plank, whichever version you're doing, and put the ball where it's just barely touching you and just give it a little lift. So awareness of the ball being there, and then a gentle lift off of it. So either one of those is fine. If you're doing the hold and you come down, maybe try it one more time, come back up again. If you're doing the taps, just about time to come down. And let's all come down and let's do the other side, please. So again, if you're doing the balance, that ball is underneath your bottom ankle, and you want to make some space for that top leg. As always, protect that shoulder, lift up, and hang out here, right? In that balanced position, or if you have that ball underneath you, it's a small lift and lower. Couple more. Beautiful. Let's relax it down. Spin over onto our abs and put that ball out in front of you, please. So your hands are going to be on top of the ball. As always, when we're in a prone position like this, your legs are long, toes are pointed, toenails are on the ground, but kneecaps are lifted. Bring your arms by your ears, pull your belly button in, deep breath in. On the exhale, press down on the ball to lift your upper body, and then just give me a roll back using those shoulder blade muscles. Keep your knees lifted. Mine want to come down. Keep your belly button pulled in and down. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Inhale, pull back. Back of the neck is long. And exhale down. And keep that going. Pressing down, lifting up, squeezing, holding, and down. Inhale. Exhale, press and squeeze. Back of the neck is long. Exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Squeeze it back. Holding. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, squeeze. Lift. Feel those posture muscles. Last one. Lift it up. Hold it here. I want you to roll the ball back and back and back. A little pulse. I don't want you to feel this a whole lot in your low back. I want you to feel it between your shoulder blades. And 3 and 2 and 1. And let's relax and press back. Resting position. Hips on your heels with that ball if you want for a little extra space. Arms by your sides or out front, totally up to you. And then we're going to come up, roll it on up. Let's grab that ball as we come over onto our spine. Left knee is going to be bent. Ball is going to be behind the right leg. And we're going to use our hands on the outside of that ball to draw some circles on the ceiling. And make sure you go both ways. Then bring that ball over to the right. Leg follows. Left leg drops to the left. And then we're going to come back through center. We're going to straighten out the left leg and flex through the heel. We're going to try to get that right knee up against your right rib cage. So thigh and rib are connected. Then roll the ball a little farther down your leg. You might be able to pull that down. Get a little stretch here. And then we're going to roll it back up and tuck it so that it pulls the knee down towards your chest as it pushes the calf up towards the sky. Point, flex, rotate, circle. Beautiful. Straighten out that leg, roll the ball all the way up, point those toes, and then flex the heel and bring it with you. And then roll it down behind that knee again, arms into a T. Knee is going to drop over to the left. As you come back through center, put the right foot on the ground, crisscross, thread your needle by bending that left knee. And as you poke through, you're going to bring that ball behind the left leg. Right elbow pushes that left leg open, flex and point the left ankle as you circle, windshield wiper, pull it nice and close, deeper stretch on that right thigh. Then bend that left knee and cross the right knee all the way over. Give that left shin a hug. And then let's see if we can drop those knees to the left, please. Deeper twist. And then press on that elbow, bring everything back through center. And let's put the right foot on the ground and use that ball to draw some circles with the left knee. Leave it to the left, let the right leg drop open. And then as you come back through center, right leg straightens and flexes. We're going to try and get that knee all the way up so that the rib and the thigh touch, and roll that ball down a little bit towards your ankle and give it a squeeze. And then roll it back up towards your knee and flex the heel to the sky. Point and flex, side to side, rotate. And then roll that ball up, point your toes, lift, 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 flex your heel, bring it down with you. Roll the ball down behind the knee, and we'll twist over to the right. As you come back through center, left foot on the ground, drape the left leg over the right thigh, thread your needle, and again, you can grab that ball and bring it behind the right leg. Hug it in, extend that right leg up, point and flex and rotate, and windshield wiper, and then bend that knee, crisscross left over right, give those guys a hug, and then arms T, knees right. And then roll everything back through center. You're going to make your way, as always, onto your hands and knees. You choose how you get there. Don't disturb the sleeping baby. All right. Roll into your cat. Open into your cow. All right. And then you're going to press back in a down dog. Sorry, we got interrupted for a belly rub. So toes tuck, press back, down dog. Feel free to pedal out your heels. And wide stance, walk it back, nod yes, and shake no. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, hands to your heart, waving your heels. Big deep breath in, bring it up. Nutmeg and I thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry, I know it's not all that professional to,